Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 7, Episode 4 of the Timeline. April 17th, 2023. Good day. It's a beautiful day this afternoon, and I'm spending time outside and writing a story or two as they come to me. It is true, as they say about writers. You must have paper and pen on hand at all times. And I do know this to be true, which it has happened to me a time or two, or maybe more, I'm sure. I'm also working on a recording for another episode. April 19th, 2023. This morning when I woke up, my thoughts for some reason is on the episode which airs tonight. At times I have my doubts of how the episode sounds, and I know it can't be perfect, but at times I believe it is good, and other times I question it. My sister Susie always tells me it does sound good. She tells me it sounds natural, even with the few mistakes. So I'm not too sure why I'm in doubt. I do appreciate all the support and the encouragement, though. Susie also tells me when I'm feeling frustrated and stressed about it all, she says, "You can't give up. You have come too far, and believe me, I know this. But at times it is a bit much, and at times it is tough." But I did also post on the Facebook Cemetery cover up page. I wrote, "Please stop. Stop the disrespect." At 9:19 a.m., I am checking my cameras in the front of my house, and there is a bunny hopping across my driveway. When I see this, I started to cry, and I knew in my heart that this is Megan, and I know all will be all right. Then later this afternoon, it is raining. We have hail, and hail balls are laying all over my lawn. As the rain and hail stops, there is a rainbow in the sky. I knew then. Yeah, all is good. April 20th, 2023. A new day, new thoughts. I know I will go to the cemetery today because of the rain we had yesterday. So at 4:25 p.m., I'm at the cemetery. As I walk around Megan's area, I notice dark lines around a rock headstone and bricks stuck in the grass, dirt around this rock headstone. Now, when I was here Sunday, these lines were not here, but the dark lines now are visible. I did take pictures to compare the pictures taken in the past 8 years. And on this past March 19th, 2023, there's no bricks around this rock headstone in this area. The area where the rock headstone was washed away to. When the rock headstone sat west of the south tree, there were red bricks around the rock headstone plot to mark the little girl's area, but they were red, the old style red bricks. The bricks stuck in the ground, there's only 3 or 4, are now stuck in the ground in the dirt around this rock headstone. They are pink in color, not the old style red bricks that lined this headstone. From 1999, when I started coming here, and 4 years prior, due to the date on the rock headstone, until 2015, when the headstones were moved. I just can't believe that someone, well, I, have to keep an eye on a cemetery like this. It really is a disgrace. April 22nd, 2023. This morning I'm at the cemetery. I took 2 more pictures of the rock headstone. I then posted a post on Facebook showing an example on the cemetery cover-up page that there is no bricks around this rock headstone as it sits. This statement can be proven in looking at the pictures that shows no bricks, no lines over 8 years. And this is the second time in this time period there has been dark lines around this rock headstone. I did contact what I thought could have been the parents or guardians or grandparents of this little girl the first time, but we have not heard back. April 23rd, 2023. Thank you, God. April 24th, 2023. This morning when my eyes opened, I had to get up quickly to write something down before I forget. I wrote, "Life is so hard sometimes. God keeps us holding on. We don't know the reason or the season. We don't even know why." As my day moved on, I did record another episode. I do feel good about this one, so I thank God and my angels. April 25th, 2023. This morning it looks like to be a rainy type of day. I am going to relax a little because, like I've said, at times recording an episode takes a lot out of me, and I do have to regroup. So I will do that today because I need to. April 26, 2023. It is raining today, and I know I will not make it to the cemetery, but I will have to go tomorrow to check things out. And I did just that. April 27th, 2023. This is the day we lost Wyatt, and he went to be our angel to watch over us. The cemetery is flooded, and I couldn't get close enough, to Wyatt's area because there is water laying on the ground and over the sidewalk near his headstone. The cemetery is a mess. It's such a disgraceful disrespect to everyone out here, and especially because they fixed the drains. Then when I pull around to look over Megan's area, Babyland 6th West, it looks like a pond. It's disgusting. In my opinion, they didn't fix a damn thing. And if you look at the pictures taken at the time of this work in the cemetery, I have a question. What did you use the trench auger pole for that sits in the grass in the picture on November 21st, 2019? And please be truthful. And on this day at the cemetery, in the 10th picture I've taken, water is laying all over this area. Headstones are underwater. Headstones are surrounded by water. And yet Megan's flowers stuck in the ground maintains their position, even surrounded by water. It's amazing how she hangs on to her flowers. She simply amazes me. Then I say to God, you gave this to me. Help me to see it through. And then, oh my gosh, looking at all the pictures taken on this day, there were 22 pictures taken. And in the 16th picture, there is the answer to the 2 trees in the picture north of the electrical pole. And in this picture is a reenactment to show the existing tree is the south tree. There is no way the existing tree is the north tree. There's just no way. And I will get that picture of the day of her funeral and reenact looking at that picture to take another picture of the here and now. April 28, 2023. Thank you, God, and thank you for what you do for me daily. Like this morning, I'm praying to God, and before I'm able to start my afternoon, I see 111 three different times. I took it as a sign to stay and to be positive. This evening, I start writing a new episode. I usually do write one on a Friday night or Saturday or Sunday, but I prefer to work on it Friday and Saturday and hopefully record Sunday or Monday. But it doesn't always work out like that. But I keep moving. I keep doing it. April 29th, 2023. Happy heavenly birthday to my mom. I love and miss her every day. And I know with all my heart, if she were here, this would already be done. She was a very outspoken woman and a go-getter to get things done. And I wish more than anything I would have gotten more of that trait from her. I mean, I can go get, but to speak up, I may last until I get tears in my eyes, then I break down. And I'm sorry for that. If I can only find someone with the mouth, I have the story, I have the proof. And thank you, God. Thank you, my angels. And being my mom's birthday, I am at the cemetery. The skies are clear, and when I arrive, it is still flooded. I went to visit Wyatt. His hummingbird wind chime is tangled, so I untangled it for him. I took a picture of Wyatt's headstone, and the grounds are muddy and some areas are covered in puddles. Then I pull around to the west side to Megan's area, and Megan's area is underwater. And in this picture, the dirt spot in the grass where they buried someone and the grass grows over it, then the dirt tops off again. This area is so sad. And it's sad to me because I know how it should look. I took some pictures, well, about 10 of them, and then I left the cemetery. May 1st, 2023. It's a good morning. Thank you above. My day moves into afternoon, and I look out the window, and between the shade panels, I see a cardinal. I snapped about 4 pictures, and I'm certainly happy to see this. Not just seeing a bird, but a red bird sent from heaven. May 2nd, 2023. Thank you, dear God. After I start my day, I decide to go to the cemetery before running other errands. I pull up to Wyatt and took an orange piece of candy. I had 2, one for Wyatt and one for Megan. A short time later, I pull around to visit Megan and gave her her candy. I walked around her area, and the dark lines and bricks of this rock headstone are still visible. At this time, I'm standing near the tree, and a butterfly flies around me. Then it flew away. Then I look up to see 3 of them flying together. Then 2 of them flew off. I got tears in my eyes, and then felt a sense of peace. I looked up and said thank you, and thought, they certainly are my angels. May 4th, 2023. Today is my day. I have to relax. Everyone have a good day. May 6th, 2023. My great niece Carla has made reservations for us to have a tea party for 2. She brought me here for Mother's Day, and I love this place. After our morning, we took a short drive, and I snapped a couple pictures of nature. And I went home after I dropped Carla off. And thank you so much, Carla, for this afternoon. May 7th, 2023. When I woke up this morning, I thank God. The sky is clear and I'm getting outside. I'm going to clean my patio and hang out and cook some food and enjoy my day. Everyone have a great day. May 9th, 2023. Thank you for this day. I'm so grateful my eyes are open. My morning began and I worked on a recording for the podcast. Later this evening, I went to the cemetery and I pull up to Megan's area and I get out of the car. I did take an up close picture of the rock headstone. The dark lines, more or less, looks like the dark lines are a cutout around this rock area. The bricks in the ground are visible and you can clearly see them. Then the next picture is a picture taken over the top of the rock headstone just to get a clearer picture of the view. The third picture is an up close picture of the brick stuck in the dirt in the outline of the dark lines around this rock headstone. And it is clearly shown too. This is a pink in color brick. In the fourth picture, it shows the south side of the existing tree, then an empty space, then west is Megan's flowers stuck in the ground. There is grass growing around her flowers, but that's okay. Then on to the west is the newly set in headstone, and to the south are more headstones, and in the fifth and sixth pictures, they are full view pictures taken from two different angles. And when I was done, I pulled to the south of the cemetery to visit Wyatt. I pull up to see the backside of his headstone. His wind chimes are still here. I then took two pictures, one of Wyatt's front side of the headstone and then one of the backside. I visit with him for a little bit and then I left the cemetery. This evening I sat on my patio and watched the sun go down. The sky is actually dark. It's cloudy, light and dark clouds, and the sunset is underneath the clouds in the picture. It is beautiful. May 11th, 2023. My days do really seem as though I'm getting stronger. I'm noticing myself not crying as much, and I'm noticing more and more the intuition feelings. And it seems the more I ask to know what to do next, or if there's anything I need to do, I ask for the signs as like before to get this done. But now, nothing comes to me. Not a feeling, not a premonition, nothing. So for now, I am going with that because I know when and if there is anything, I will be guided. I will get the feeling and I will get it done. So this evening, as I'm writing, I receive a call for me to check my front porch. So I did. And to my surprise, there is not one, but two bouquets of flowers sitting near my door. And I love them. They are gorgeous. Thank you. May 12th, 2023. A beautiful morning, and I'm thankful for another bouquet of flowers. I love fresh flowers, and I'm so thankful for all of them. I'm spending my day cleaning and writing another episode. I'm staying busy. Have a good day. May 13th, 2023. A little visitor from heaven, or that's what I like to think when I see a cardinal. Just in time for Mother's Day. It sat on my fence top. Thank you, my angels. May 14th, 2023. At 1:52 a.m., Madison sent a message saying, "Happy Mother's Day, Mama. I love you." I did not see the message until I woke up at 7:19 in the morning. I then spent the early afternoon taking a drive around the lake at 1:19 p.m. I then stopped alongside a street to take a picture of the ducks, and it looks to be like pigeons sitting in a row. I laughed when I seen it and told my kids when I sent them the picture of the ducks in a row. I said, now I can say I have all my ducks in a row. And of course, I received the LOLs, laugh out loud. Then at 1:36 p.m., the traffic is stopped in the park due to a duck that is crossing the street. And I love seeing things like this. When I left the park, I drove to the cemetery. At 2:54 p.m., I pull into the cemetery to see it has puddles of water laying on the ground in all areas of the cemetery. I took pictures. Then, as I approached Wyatt's area, I took a picture from my car of his headstone because, like I said, the cemetery is flooded. I pull on around to the west side from the south of the cemetery, and the west side is puddled in areas of the cemetery. Closer to B, Babyland 6 West is covered in water like a pond. As I got closer to Megan's area, there are headstones underwater, puddles and puddles of water. Megan's flowers are surrounded by water, but her flowers still stand. There are puddles of water in the east of the cemetery. There are puddles of water to the south, to the northwest area, and even west of Megan's area. It looks crazy. And they say, and pictures show, they fixed the drains in 2019. As I pulled north, I took a photo of a headstone broken and leaning on a tree. It's so sad. I left the cemetery. May 15th, 2023. This morning, so far, so good. My friend from heaven, my cardinal, is here to visit. It is sitting on the edge of the pool. I took 6 pictures of it looking around. Then about 45 minutes later, I receive a package in the mail of a crocheted blanket. My sister Susie sent it to me. It was my mother's. Thank you, sis. Then this evening, I see a blue jay in my grass in the backyard. Then it flew up to the fence top and just sat there. Wow, thank you. Birds are a loved one from above, right? May 17th, 2023. Thank you, God, for my eyes opening. Another episode airs this evening, and I pray it sounds all right. I pray not to think too much about it, especially after it is recorded and accepted to air. Because to me, getting it accepted is like saying it is good enough. So I am thankful for that. At 2:19 p.m. this afternoon, I visit the cemetery. Oh, and guess what? It's still flooded in areas. In other areas, it just is saturated. I took about 9 pictures from the car, and I sat and looked back on the pictures, and of course got tears in my eyes, still in disbelief. I talked with Megan and Wyatt, and soon after I left the cemetery and went home. And now for a friendly reminder, you may find Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, on Spotify, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index Audible, Listen Notes, RSS.com Community, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, YouTube, and also publicrss.com. You can also notify us by email, lowercase letters, Emily McMahon, EmilymcMahan 208 at gmail.com, and or sdmcmahon 1959 at gmail.com. And if you'd like to donate, you may do so by going to rss.com, Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels. You will find an RSS public button. Click on it and you will see a donate button. And we appreciate all of it. Thank you for listening. Stay kind with your words.